I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. Yeah. I'm up. Wonder what we have here. Good old orange juice. Minute Maid. What's this? Oh my god! Who got me this? Says to Willie from the mailman. You suck. That mailman. Okay. Whew. Now that is how you wrap a Christmas gift. Seriously? Alright, let's see what's inside. Bit of that juice made it easier for me. Not even that open. Let's see what we have inside here. I wonder if it's boxes of cookies. Yep, this knife is getting dull. Let's see what we got. I can't believe it. I got all of it. It's the Spider-Man No Way Home Marvel Legends set. And I got all of them inside there. Thank you, mailman. Merry Christmas. Let's crack these open and do a little review, shall we? Let's do it. Okay guys, I took it out of its box and this is the whole set right here. And I got this on the Hasbro Pulse website on the day before the pre-orders, and yeah, this is pretty much it. I know that these three are out of stock right now on the website, and if you're lucky enough to even find them on, you know, a third party or anything, or Macari by any chance, you could probably find it there. But yeah, I mean, I got most of these there on the website, except for the Green Goblin. I found a buddy of mine, shout out to Steven, who's my best friend, who was on that vlog with me at Orange Circle. He's the one that found that Green Goblin for me at Target, and I was lucky enough for him to save it for me. But yeah, out of all these, I know there's one in particular that stands out, is the Spider-Man Civil War from the Infinity Saga. I kind of want to get that since it comes with a head sculpt of Tom Holland and a few set of hands. So yeah, I'm gonna crack these open, do my own review, see what's up about these figures. I know I'm a little late on getting these, but I want to do my own review and my own, my own rating on it. I've seen other reviewers do it on YouTube, and I've seen other videos on, you know, on not molding, I meant customizing this, or, you know, customizing Andrew's head or Tobey's head. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with them. But as soon as I open these, I will love them more. So let's crack these open and check them out. Okay, so the first figure I'm going to do the review on this set is the MJ figure. This is not the first MJ figure that we gotten from Hasbro. I don't know if anybody else ever got the Spider-Man Homecoming box set, the 2 box set with the Spider-Man, Tom Holland, and the MJ. I think that Spider-Man has I think it's kind of like the school sweater vest that they always keep wearing in the movie. It's the yellow jacket that they always wear for the decathlon or whatever they were doing at Washington, D.C., or, you know, I forgot what it was, but instead of the 2-pack, that was our first introduction to MJ with Zendaya. And then this is the second one. And then this one, it comes with two hands and the Machina de Cadavis, which is supposed to be the box that brings everyone back to their universe or their multiverse, you know. But let's oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the box, the back of it. It says right there, Marvel's MJ. MJ was looking forward to senior year with Peter and Ned, but the reveal of Peter's Spider-Man identity disrupts her plans. And you can see the poster art that they shown for Spider-Man No Way Home, and they do the same thing in the front. So let's crack this open, shall we? Okay guys, I took the MJ figure out of its packaging, and like I said, it comes with 2 set of hands, some open relaxing hands, and the Machina de Cadavis. I actually wanted to do a little quick comparison with the SH Figure Arts one that came with the Tom Holland's upgraded Spider-Man suit. This one's a little more gold. I don't know if you can see that. And this one's kind of like a bronze hint color of it. I think the one with the SH Figure Arts looks more realistic than the Marvel Legends one. To be honest, this one looked kind of crappy. But it's okay. I mean, I like it, but that's just the color looks totally different and off at the same time compared to the SH Figure Arts one. It's a little more gold, which is supposed to look exactly like this in the movie. Okay, and then I wanted to talk about the figure of MJ. Like I said, I never got the 2-pack of the Spider-Man Homecoming, the one that came with Spider-Man, Tom Holland, Peter Parker, with his blazer jacket, the yellow blazer jacket, and with the other MJ figure of Zendaya. And this is not bad. It looks exactly like Zendaya. I don't know if you can see her face right there. And this is exactly what she wore in the movie. Kind of like a sweater shirt, and of course her boots right there, and her jeans. And this one is a single jointed elbow. It's not a double joint. Double jointed knees, no ankle swivel, but there is some ankle pivot, and thigh swivel. Doesn't crunch a little bit. It's just her thighs are moving because it makes it look like she's crunching, but she's not. And she only crunches back that much. And she does have sort of a, nope, no butterfly. I thought there was a butterfly, but no butterfly shoulders. But this figure is pretty cool. Like I said, it does look like her. And there's nothing much I could say about it. I don't have any other MJ figures to compare it with, but it's just a simple figure. And I'd give it a, I don't know, a 7 out of 10 MJs. The comic book MJs. I forgot to mention, if she was to hold the Machina de Cadavis, it wouldn't be possible because her relaxed hands don't have any grip on it. Unless you were able to fit it in through these holes. I mean, you could probably make her hold it like that. Just put it in there like that. Let me see. I'm trying to. There you go. Yeah, I guess she could hold it like that. And I forgot to mention, her head could move back a little bit that far. But all the way down, she moves it that far. Just a heads up. Literally, heads up. Okay, I wanted to do a little quick comparison. Not comparison, but comparison in size. She does fit well with Peter and Ned. And it looks pretty cool with all three of them together like this. Even though these two figures are from the Homecoming wave. Well, technically they could fit in with the No Way Home. I wanted to do a little quick comparison with the female teenagers of the MCU. We have America Chavez, Kate Bishop, and Miss Marvel. The tallest would be Kate Bishop right here. But yeah, these four fit well together if they, like I said, went to high school together or college. Okay, so the second figure I'm about to do a review on is the Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. I've been waiting for this figure for a while for them to make. The head sculpt is a little kind of weird. It doesn't look like Charlie Cox. I mean, it sort of looks like him a little bit. I don't know if you can see that right there. That works at the office. I mean, I know he's supposed to be a lawyer, but that doesn't look... I mean, I don't know. I think it's just because of the hair or something. But whatever, I'm fine with it. It comes with the brick that says... what does that say? We believe Mysterio. Oh yeah, that brick that they throw outside the window when Matt Murdock meets with the Aunt May and not Tom Holland, but Peter Parker and Happy. And it comes with this stick. And it's the same box art that they have for the MJ figure. It says right here, Matt Murdock, with Peter under investigation by the Department of Damage Control. Matt Murdock steps in knowing the web slinger will need a really good lawyer. And yeah, I was really excited to see him in Homecoming. And I mean, for such a small cameo, he did a great job at it. And I don't know if you've seen She-Hulk. I mean, the scene with Daredevil in it, I thought it was good, but not the show. The show was horrible. But seeing Daredevil in the MCU is a good fit, and I'm glad that he's in it. So let's unbox this and see how it looks like out of the packaging. Okay, so the second figure that I unboxed in this line of the Spider-Man No Way Home is the Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. And this figure is pretty cool. I think this is a new body mold for the suited civilian figures, sort of. I'm not sure because I know that the old ones have the pins on the double jointed elbows. But this one doesn't have the pins anymore, so I'm guessing this is new. Well, I'll do some comparisons just in case. I do have some suited figures of the Marvel Legend lines. But this figure does come with a walking stick that he uses, that blind people uses. And it comes with the brick that says, what does this say? We believe Mysterio. I don't know if you could see that. I mean, it's just a normal civilian suited figure of him. It's not like he's in his Daredevil costume, but he does hold his stick like this, and he could always catch that brick like that. In the scene, of course, he catches it when someone throws it in the window in the apartment. But that looks pretty cool. The thing about this figure though, like I said, it has double jointed elbows that you could bend. Mine is kind of a little stiff right now because I just barely opened it. There you go. And his wrists do swivel up and down, not side by side, but up and down. His head goes up that far, and then all the way down like that. And of course it has arm swivel right there, wrist swivel right there, crunches the back like that far, crunches back that far. Have the double jointed knees. These work so hard to bend when I open them up, but they do bend that far. And he does have thigh swivel, and his leg does not go back far that much, but he does go forward that much. I guess his ankle does. Nope, I don't know if it swivels. Yeah, it swivels. And he does have ankle pivot. I mean, it does sort of look like Charlie Cox a little bit. It's just the glasses kind of, I don't know, they don't look like sunglasses, they look like normal glasses. Makes him look like a nerd. I'd give this Matt Murdock figure 6 out of 10 Matt Murdocks. Comic book accurate. Okay guys, I just want to do a little quick comparison also with the 2 Daredevils that I have. Of course, this is the comic book version, and this is the Daredevil Netflix series. So let's start with the Netflix series. I think I seen a review from Shardimus, and he did mention that it is kind of weird if you to switch or swap these heads. I'll show an example just right now. Okay, see, I swapped the 2 heads, and look how kind of small this head goes on top of the Daredevil suit. It just makes his head so tiny. And the neck is kind of like way too thick. And if you see the backside of that, I mean, it looks okay. It could pull it off. It's just, I don't know. I just think the head is a little too small for his body. And if you were to put the Daredevil head on the Matt Murdock suit, it just looks way too funny. It looks like he doesn't even have a neck. But yeah, that's the comparison between these two. I just wanted to show if the head sculpt would even, look good on the Daredevil suit. But, I mean, it's okay. It's alright. Okay, so I wanted to see if I could fit this head on the comic book version. And let's check it out to see if I could swap them. Okay, so I swapped the heads out, and that looks kind of, I mean, it looks okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that Hasbro makes a Daredevil suit that would actually fit with this head sculpt. Ever since it's not new, but ever since that episode of She-Hulk, it would be pretty cool to have the yellow suit, but in a different body mold, not in this one. If they were to do it on this one, it would look horrible. So yeah, I don't think any of these Daredevil suits would look good with this head sculpt, to be honest. But it's good to try. Okay, I just want to do a little quick comparison. I got the Chameleon with the Rhino. Is it Rhino? No, I don't think it's Rhino. I'll put it up in the screen right now to correct myself. But that was an old body mold of the suited Marvel Legends figures. And I'm just showing a comparison, the body molds of them. So this is the Chameleon, Professor X from X-Men. That came with his chair. And then we have Jameson right here, J. Jonah Jameson, which was part of the first early wave of the Spider-Man No Way Home. And of course, Charlie Cox, aka Daredevil, Matt Murdock, and Jimmy Woo. I forgot which wave this was from. I'm gonna show it on the screen right now. I'm forgetting which of these waves because I do not collect the Build-A-Figures. That's one of the reasons why I don't know it. But there you go, you guys. Just a little quick comparison. And Professor X is having a hard time standing, which I can understand. He uses his wheelchair, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. Okay guys, so this is the third review on this set of the Spider-Man No Way Home. It is the Marvel Sandman. I love how Hasbro just made this figure so detailed. And I actually have a bag of sand that I use for my action figure photography, and this will look good in it. It does comes with a set of hands, a set of forearms, a giant hands, and the head sculpt looks incredible. It looks exactly like Thomas Hayden Church from Spider-Man 3. Look how detailed it is from the rigid on his stomach and his pecs. It looks pretty cool. I kind of like this figure a lot. So like I said, I can't wait to take photos of this with the sand that I have, the bag of sand. I don't know why I just thought of a 40-year-old virgin for some reason. Feels like a bag of sand. But anyways, in the back is the same art poster that we have in the front. It says Marvel Sandman. Flint Marko, stuck in sand form, must go with the flow to get himself back home. Why does that sound like it would rhyme? Well, this is pretty cool. I'm excited to open this up, see out of its packaging. Let's take a look at it. Okay guys, so this is the third figure that I'm going to be doing a review on for the Spider-Man No Way Home set. This is Sandman, and this one is pretty cool. I like this one out of the two I just opened. This one's not that bad. It has a bunch of accessories that it came with. It came with these big sand hands right here. These are pretty well detailed. And like I said, I do have a bag of sand that I want to do some photos on this, and it's gonna look really awesome. I don't know if the bag of sand that I have is the same color as the Sandman, but this one's a little bit darker in its sand color. But it should work out. Hopefully those photos do come out great. And then it comes with these forearms. I think these are meant for the big hands. Yeah, they're meant for the big hands. And then we have some wide open hands of the Sandman, the smaller version of those big ones. He has the fisted hands right here. So when we first meet Sandman, he was in Spider-Man 3, of course. Thomas Hayden Church portrays him in the movie. And it does look like him. Look at that face sculpt. Flint Marko, everybody. Flint Marko. So for his articulation, he does move forward that much. Back that much. And I think Shartimus, I saw his review, he did mention this. When you move him, if you move his back a little bit, like that, you could see a little gapping right there, some lips on his abdominal right there. But that's fine. He has the double jointed elbows. He doesn't have butterfly shoulders though, but his arms do go up that much. Does have bicep swivel. And thigh swivel. He does have the double jointed knees. It goes all the way back that much. Ankle pivot. I wish this had some swivel on the, like kind of like where the knees are, but or even in the calves would have been great. But it's fine. It's okay. His neck does move forward that back, and it goes down that much. And I'm gonna put on his big hands real quick. Just give me a sec. Also, I just want to note, if you are gonna put these big hands, they do have letters to let you know where they go. So for example, this one right here says L for left and R for right. I don't know if you see that right there. Okay guys, so that's how it looks like with those big giant hands. Looks pretty awesome. And those are some of the effects that I would, I wish there was more effects that came with this. Like if he was to make some hammer hands, or like anything besides his hands. I just haven't really gotten the chance to get any of the Sandman Marvel Legend figures, and this is my first one. But like I said, this is one of a kind. It's well sculpted, has details. It does look like Thomas Hayden Church, and it looks perfect. I give this figure 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 Sands. I know I don't have any other Sandmans, but I do have Anakin Skywalker here to compare him with Sandman, since Anakin hates sand. Okay, so this is going to be the 4th figure that I'm going to do a review on. It's not part of the Spider-Man No Way Home set, but it is a Spider-Man figure, and it's from the Captain America Civil War, the Infinity Saga. I wanted to get this from the website because it came with a set of fisted hands. I do have the 3-pack of this original mold, the one that came with Captain America, Iron Man from that Civil War movie. And the only thing about that figure was it only came with the web hands and 1 fisted hand. It didn't came with these alternate hands that they now have in this packaging. And then also about this, the lines on the web patterns on this aren't shaded at all. It looks kind of plain without it, but it's fine. It's okay. And it does come with the Tom Holland head sculpt. And this one on the back of it shows the movie poster of Captain America Civil War. Pitted against Captain America, Tony Stark seeks allies to help persuade the Avengers to sign the Sokovia Accords, including New York's newest superhero, web-slinging high schooler Peter Parker. And this was the first introduction to Peter Parker in the MCU. And there you go. So let's unbox this, and I'm going to do a comparison on the original mold. So I know this isn't part of the Spider-Man No Way Home line, but this is part of the Infinity Stone saga, Captain America Civil War Spider-Man. And this is actually the same body mold and same figure as the 3-pack that we got back in 2015, I believe. It was a 3-pack with Iron Man, Captain America, and this Spider-Man. And I remember when this came out, it was a Walmart exclusive, I believe. And I remember getting it, and there was only one more left, and it was kind of like half open, so I got it anyways. I'll do a little comparison to that old figure that I got, but this figure, I do like it. It's just, I don't know, I felt like it wasn't really the accurate costume that he had in Captain America Civil War. I mean, it does sort of look like this, but not clearly. I know that the Homecoming design of the suit is different a little bit to this one. So you could say that this is the original suit for Tom Holland of part of the MCU Spider-Man. And with this figure, it does come with this head sculpt. This is the same head sculpt that comes with the 2-pack with Ned. I'll do a little comparison right now. See, same head sculpt. Looks totally identical. And also, it comes with some web shooting hands. And I believe these hands are the same hands you could use for the armored spider suit, I believe. But I'll do a little comparison and check that out, since that figure doesn't have any fisted hands, especially if you get the 2-pack with the Iron Man and the Spider-Man with the spider arms that you could attach with it. That 2-pack was part of the Infinity War, which I'll show in the screen right there. But yeah, this figure is pretty cool. It's not the best, but it's good. I'll give my rating right after I show you the articulation. So this does have double jointed knees, which is the pin. It's the old pin version of it. And it has ankle pivot, thigh swivel, and it does have the double jointed elbows, which is the pins. It crunches that back further, crunches that back that far. I remember back in the day in 2015, Shardimus said that this suit was actually part of the what's the word? Early concept art for the suit. I believe that's what it was. I might be mistaken. I mean, if you go ahead and watch Civil War, let me know if this is the accurate suit, because I don't remember the spider logo in the back looking like that. It looks kind of weird. And then also, he does have the butterfly jointed shoulders, I meant. And his wrists do move up and down that way. Bicep swivel. And his head does go that far down and that far back up. Okay, so that's how it looks like with the Tom Holland head sculpt. I added the web hands right there, and it's a pretty good figure. So my review on this one, I meant my rating on this one would be, I would give it 7 out of 10 Spider-Man Civil War suits. Okay, so just a little quick comparison I forgot to mention. For that Tom Holland head sculpt that I mentioned earlier about the original head sculpt for Captain America Civil War, this is his original head sculpt when he has that comb over. And then, of course, I did mention this one, which is the same as this head sculpt for the Homecoming wave. And then we also have the smiling one, which is part of the Ned 2-pack with Peter. And then we have the this was first introduced in the 2-pack for Infinity War. It came with the Iron Man suit. I forgot what mark is it, but it's the one that he uses against Thanos in Infinity War. And that spider is the armored spider suit. And this one came also with the upgraded suit that he wears in Far From Home. So yeah, this is the head sculpt for Tom Holland in that version, which is kind of different. This is probably like my least favorite looking Tom Holland head sculpt. Okay, so I also mentioned earlier, I'm doing a lot of comparison when it comes to this figure right here because of the sculpt on these hands. I know you could probably use these for the armored spider suit because, like I said, those ones never came with fisted hands, and I wanted to see if it actually works on it. Oh yeah, there you go. It does look pretty good with it. Yeah, so this figure never came with fisted hands. I don't know why, but recently Hasbro Pulse announced that they were going to do another revamp of this figure with the Infinity War Saga set, and it's going to come with the 2 fisted hands on that one, which is in the blue packaging, and they're also doing an Iron Man version of that too. But yeah, these work well with this figure, and you could finally use these for the armored spider suit. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little comparison. I do have a bunch of these. Spider-Man is a first, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of his early suits that Stark made. So here is the original 3-pack that I mentioned, the Walmart exclusive Civil War suit. That is the same suit as this. And you can tell by the difference on this one, it's a lot darker. And and they filled it in with the lines. See? I don't know if you could see that. They filled in the lines, even though the web patterns on his suit are sculpted in there, which is incredible how they did that. But they did fill in those black lines in there. I just don't see why they couldn't do it with this one. See? And with this figure, it doesn't come with two fisted hands. It only came with the web shooting hand and one fisted hand. And the articulation on this is the same. And like I said earlier, see the web logo on this? Spider logo? It looks totally different from what I expected in the movie. But it's the same spider logo as this one. Okay, so here's another comparison. This head sculpt of Tom Holland is actually from Captain America Civil War. So this is how he actually looks like in the movie, with his comb over haircut. As you can see, it does have that sort of Tobey Maguire look to it, especially if you look at it like this position. But yeah, this is, it's kind of weird because this is the suit for Homecoming. And you could tell the difference between this one and that one is because of his spider logo. And then compared to the back, it doesn't look like that. So weird, huh? And the blue on this one's a little lighter than this. And what's funny is that this head sculpt is supposed to be part of the which one is it? Far From Home head sculpt. So they should have used this head sculpt for this body mold. And I don't know, it's kind of weird if you think about it that way. But that's the difference between this suit and that suit. I like to say this is the Mach 2 and this is the Mach 1. Okay, so here's another comparison. This is part of the Vulture Build-A-Figure wing wave for the Spider-Man Homecoming wave. Yeah, this one does come with two head sculpts. There's one with his eyes closed a little bit, and then these are the wide open eyes, which is pretty cool. It reminds me of Andrew Garfield's head sculpt when he has his eyes open like that. And it's the same logo as the one when he's unmasked. Spider logo. But yeah, same suit for Homecoming. That's just the comparison with this one. Okay, and the last one is the Marvel Zombies What If version. I feel like this version right here is supposed to resemble the... I don't know if any of you guys ever been to Disney California Adventures. If you go on the ride, his Spider-Man logo suit is the same logo as this. And it's more of a cartoonish look, because it's an animated version of him. And it's a little different from his original suit in Homecoming, and of course in Civil War. As you can see right here in the back of the spider logo, it's totally different. It's not the same. And this suit is a little brighter than it is. But he does have the wide open eyes, kind of like the one for the Homecoming version right there in the back for that one. But yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. This one was part of the first wave of What If Marvel Legends figures. That is the comparison for these original suits of Spider-Man in the MCU. Okay guys, so this would have to be the fourth figure in the Spider-Man No Way Home line. I'm not counting the, I mean, I did say that was the fourth figure that I was unboxing for the Civil War, but technically that would have been a separate video, but I wanted to add this since it was a Spider-Man figure. But this would be the fifth, but technically the fourth figure in the Spider-Man No Way Home line. It is Tom Holland's final swing suit. We only got to see this for a quick sec in the end of the movie. Spoilers. But this has to be one of the best looking Spider-Man suits of all time. I mean, compared to Tobey's, like I said, I'm a die-hard Tobey fan when it comes to those original 3 trilogies of the Spider-Man, Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. Those are my childhood growing up watching those. I mean, when they first came out, I was 12 years old, and you know, watching Tobey in Spider-Man No Way Home it got me into tears. but this suit has to be one of like my top 3. I mean, it looks incredible, and it does come with a Tom Holland head sculpt. This is the same head sculpt that we gotten from the Ned and Peter Parker 2-pack from the Homecoming, and I also have that on the Captain America Civil War too. So that's the same head sculpt, and these come with a bunch of hands, the web crawling hands, the web hands, and the fisted hands, and it comes with the mask. And the thing I don't understand, I get how these people, you know, customize these figures just so they could be legit in its own particular way, like getting their legs separate, wide open, or, you know, it's pretty much just the articulation that everyone's trying to get when it comes to these figures. And I totally understand, but for me, it's like, I don't want to ruin a perfect figure, especially since Hasbro made these. I know we complain about a lot of things when it comes to Hasbro. And I could say I've seen a lot of reviews from other reviewers that complains about how, you know, it doesn't come with enough hands, or it doesn't come with a head sculpt, or, you know, why are these guns attached to the, you know, the gun holder and it doesn't come off? Like, kind of like that, like those kind of little things. But this in particular, I would never change anything about it. And, you know, the head sculpt looks great, and the Spider-Man mask. So I'm just ranting about it because, you know, it looks perfect. There's nothing really I want to change about it. And on the back side, it's the same, you know, same movie poster art. And we have here, it says, Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Our friendly neighborhood web slinger is unmasked, no longer able to separate his life as a high schooler from the high stakes world of being a superhero. Love this suit, like I said, and seeing it for a quick second on the screen was worth it. So let's unbox this and see how it looks like out of its packaging. Okay guys, we're back in the Spider-Man No Way Home line, and our next figure that I unboxed is the Final Swing Spider-Man. This is the last suit that we see Tom Holland, Peter Parker, in the movie. Spoiler alert. But yeah, this is the suit that we see for like a quick second. It's got to be one of my favorite looking Spider-Man suits of all time. Number 1 is Tobey's, like I said. And yeah, this suit is amazing and so bright. The color red on this is so bright. They actually added the web patterns on this figure, and the Spider-Man logo on this one is his logo, of course. It's his brand new logo that he has on, and there's the back of the Spider-Man logo. This logo reminds me of Tobey's logo a lot. So I mean, I guess that's one of the reasons this Peter Parker took some, you know, examples of Andrew and Tobey's suits and combined it together and made this suit, which is freaking awesome. And this Spider-Man is, you know, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He pretty much starts his life all over again. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who Peter Parker is. And he's just working as a street level superhero. He's not part of the Avengers anymore. Let's start with the articulation. Well, you know what? Forget the articulation. Let's start with the accessories that it comes with it. So we have the wall crawling hands. That's one thing about this figure compared to the Andrew and Tobey. They don't come with, you know, the specific hands that they need. This one actually comes with 2 fisted hands, wide open hands, and web hands, web shooting hands. So like I said, these are the wall crawling hands. These are the web shooting hands. And then he has his two fisted hands right here. And of course it's the same head sculpt of Tom Holland. I'm not gonna go into details on that because I already mentioned it already. And that is it. And let's talk about the articulation. So we got the double jointed knees on this swivel. And we also have the hinges up and down on the ankles and ankle pivot. Double jointed elbows right there. Mine's a little stiff since it's brand new. I don't want to break it. He does crunches that back far because he has that, you know, rib cage that he could move up and down, and then he also has the ab crunch right there, which makes him go down that much. He's well articulated, just a little heads up. And he does have butterfly joints on this one. I mean, most of the Spider-Man figures do come with butterfly joints, but this one is pretty good. And then he has his head sculpt right there. He moves his head that far, and he can move his head down that far. Down. He does have bicep swivel too. And the wrist hinges up and down, not side to side, but up and down. And I forgot to mention one thing about these new Spider-Man figures. I like to call them the hip articulation on these are new. They also came with the 3-pack of the Tobey, Andrew, and the upgraded suit. But this one has its own where you could just move it down. You see that huge gap on his thighs, well, hips, and you can put it back up. See? And it's a way for him to move like that if you want to separate his thighs like that far. And I know, like I said, a lot of people customize their this Spider-Man figure a lot so they could make that joint a lot more looser so it could like go all the way up like that. But I'm okay with mine like this. It's fine. For this Spider-Man figure, I'm gonna rate it 10 out of 10 Final Swing Spider-Man. And this suit, like I said, is freaking amazing. I'm gonna do a little comparison with all the other Tom Holland suits that was shown in the MCU line. But yeah, I give this 10 out of 10. It is a great figure. It's well articulated for a Marvel Legend figure. And I can't wait till the SH Figure Arts of this figure comes out because I'm gonna get that one too, and I'm gonna compare it to this one. I know they both look great, and like I said, I cannot wait to see him in Spider-Man 4 with this suit. It's gonna be amazing, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna do a full comparison with all the Spider-Man suits that was worn in the MCU by Tom Holland. So I'm gonna start from the beginning, from timeline. First is the Captain America Civil War suit that I mentioned earlier. Next is the homemade homecoming suit that he wore against Vulture. Yeah, this was part of the homecoming wave with the Vulture Build-A-Figure wings. Build-A-Figure. Okay, so this is the same figure that I mentioned earlier, is the homecoming suit, which was also part of the Vulture wing Build-A-Figure. Okay, next is his Far From Home suit, which is the upgraded suit. I added a few black lines on this, which I customized a little. Also, I forgot to mention, this is a little bit shorter than the Final Swing suit. I don't know why it's that small, but this is from the Far From Home wave, which is the I forgot which Build-A-Figure that was, but the Build-A-Figure part of that wave is going to be right here on the screen. I just can't remember where it was from, but it is part of that wave. Okay, so this is part of the same wave. I forgot what wave it is, but this is the Spider Monkey suit that Ned mentioned. this suit is pretty cool. I like it. It's kind of like a stealth suit. It reminds me of the noir Spider-Man suit. And yeah, this does come with an extra head sculpt of his goggles going up. And you can see his eyes. But yeah, that's the only difference of this. I mean, there's no difference. It's just a comparison of how these suits look like compared to the final Swing suit. Okay, next is the Marvel Zombie What If suit, which is the animated version of his Spider-Man suit. I've mentioned this one before, but that's how it looks like compared to the final Swing suit. And then we have the Spider Armored suit. This is the Iron Spider suit, I meant. The Iron Spider suit. I don't know why I kept calling it the Armored Spider. It's the Iron Spider suit. And like I said, this one came in the Endgame wave. I didn't get this with the 2-pack with the Iron Man, because that one does have the arms attached in the back, but this doesn't have that. And like I said, this figure only came with web hands, not fisted hands or wide open web crawling hands, I meant. But yeah, only these hands. And then finally, compared to the integrated suit. This integrated suit was part of the 3-pack with Tobey and Andrew. That 3-pack is sold out in Hasbro Pulse, and it's kind of hard to find that, because that was your only way to getting the fisted hands and the web swinging hands, and also wide open hands. So it's kind of a bust for you guys if you don't have that 3-pack. The web patterns, black web patterns, are not shown on this figure, only on this one. And there's a bunch of other minor details on this that are different from each other. But one of the things that everybody always complained about was these web shooters. They're not web shooters. I forgot what's the name. I mean, Doctor Strange was the one that gave it to him, but he does not wear these towards the end of the movie, which is, I don't know why they have these on them, but whatevers. That is all the comparison with the MCU Spider-Mans. And like I said, out of all those Spider-Man suits, this tops them all. Okay, I just want to do a final comparison. This suit was actually based off of this suit in the comics. This is the Spider-Man suit from The Amazing Spider-Man. I forgot what number it was from, but this is the revamped one where he's kind of like the Tony Stark, Peter Parker version of himself. And I'm guessing this takes place right after when he gets his body back from Doc Ock, who takes over his body in Superior Spider-Man. But yeah, that suit is based off of this one. I know it's not as shiny as this one, but if you were to compare it to the comic book accurization, it does have the same colors, the brightness, the shimmer on the blue. It does show everything on it. Okay, so the next figure that I'm about to review on is the Amazing Spider-Man. And this is just its own packaging called the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, I mean, of course it has to do with some licensing issues when it comes to Andrew Garfield's face. But I think that's one of the reasons why SH Figure Arts couldn't make an Andrew Garfield head sculpt. But I was lucky enough to get a custom head sculpt on eBay, so I got that for that SH Figure Arts. But back to the Marvel Legend figure. Yeah, I love how this face looks exactly like Andrew Garfield. I don't know if you see from the glare, it does have his hair. And yeah, it does look like him. I don't know why, for some reason I'm looking at it from a different point of view. It just doesn't look like him, but it does look like him if you just look at him straight. But it does come with one fisted hand and two web shooting hands and an open hand that's not even a wall crawling hand. It's just going like this. What is that? That's not even, what is that? You get a hand sculpt of someone's hand going like this. It looks like he's gonna shoot a gun or something. And when you turn it back, it has the Amazing Spider-Man 2 art poster. I remember seeing this at a Party City, like on a piñata or a napkin or a plate. I don't know. To me, I've seen this photo somewhere, but it says here, the Amazing Spider-Man. No matter what evil rises, the Amazing Spider-Man will summon the courage to defeat it. For with great power comes great responsibility. I'm gonna do a little comparison. I forgot to mention that I do have the 3-pack when Hasbro announced that they were doing the, Tobey and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I'm gonna do a comparison on those figures with this one. So let's unbox this and see how it looks like out of its packaging. So here's our next figure that I unboxed, part of the Spider-Man No Way Home line, is the Andrew Garfield Peter Parker, Spider-Man 3. Peter 3, I meant. What sucks is it doesn't come with 2 fisted hands and 2 web crawling hands. I don't even consider that to be web crawling. I don't even know what that is. Like I said, it looks like a trigger finger. And it's weird. But the articulation on this one is pretty much the same as the 3-pack. The only difference, major difference on this, is the head sculpt, which is the Andrew Garfield head sculpt. And if you can see clearly detailed, it looks exactly like him. His hair all shaggy and stuff. I don't really have much to say about this figure. I love Spider-Man 2 compared to the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I liked it better than the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. I wish that if Hasbro Pulse was to ever make the Amazing Spider-Man suit, that would be pretty cool if they did, because of course that one, I hope they would use the same head sculpt as Andrew right there, but that would be pretty cool if they were to make that suit. But yeah, double jointed knees. It does have that hip articulation that I mentioned, where you could pull it down and then push it up to make him do the splits that far. And it's not just only that, but you can make him do other things, but I'm just letting you know you could do that. And then he does have the thigh swivel. No calf swivel, unfortunately, but he does have ankle pivot. And on the details of this figure too, I forgot to mention, you could see his web shooters right there. His customized web shooters that he makes in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. He does ab crunch that far with his ribs, and that far from the back. The legs do go up that far, but not too far when it comes to going back. See? And he does have the double jointed elbows, which is pretty cool. And like I said, Andrew's Garfield head sculpt. And I might as well show the comparison now with the other Spider-Man suits for the 3-pack. I'm not going to jump into another scene, but that's how it looks like compared to that one. It's the same figure. No difference. The color is still the same, and the articulation is still the same. I'm just going to see how it looks like with the mask on. There it is with the mask on. There's no difference at all. It's still the same. But the mask on the Amazing Spider-Man looks amazing. I consider this to be like probably like one of my top 5 favorite suits of Spider-Man. And what makes this suit so special is, the eyes. It looks comic accurate. It has sort of that McFarlane look of Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. So I wanted to do a little quick comparison with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. I did compare it with the 3-pack, of course, you saw that. Next would be the SH Figure Arts suit. That one was recent. That one came out this year too, and I never really said much about this when it first came out. I didn't really have anything to say. I mean, it looks kind of weird with the head sculpt. Makes him look like kind of like an alien, sort of. It does have good articulation. I do like the color on the suit. It shimmers. But overall, it's a good suit for the SH Figure Arts. Compared to this one, this looks a lot more better than this. I just wish it had the same articulation as the SH Figure Arts. But I mean, what would you pay more for, this or that? I mean, comment down below whatever you feel is best. To be honest, I consider this to be well articulated and more better, even though the head is kind of weird. I do want to do a little quick comparison to my customized Andrew Garfield for the SH Figure Arts. This head sculpt does look a little bit like him. Compared to this one looks a lot more better. But I was able to get this on eBay from someone. But I mean, the head sculpt does look pretty good. It does have a little bit of stubble in him. If I move it closer right there, if you could see, you could see a little bit of a mustache or goatee going on right there, or beard. But yeah, that's how he looks like for the SH Figure Arts. And last is the Marvel Legends. I think this was the first Spider-Man 2 figure that came out back in 2014, I believe. This was the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure. I might be mistaken, or am I correct? I think I might be correct, maybe. But yeah, this figure was good back in the day, but not anymore. This is a little outdated, and I don't think this would be a good figure for your collection if you were to display it with your Spider-Man No Way Home collection. But I mean, it's okay. It's an okay figure now. It's not the best, but it's okay. I forgot to mention the rating on this one. I give it 7 out of 10 Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay guys, the last Spider-Man review figure in this line that I saved for the best is the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And this is my Spider-Man. It does look like a younger version of Tobey Maguire. That's all I could say. It doesn't look like Tobey now, but it does have some resemblance of Tobey in there. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it does. And like the Andrew Garfield figure, it comes with one fisted hand and one web crawling hand and 2 web shooting hands and the Spider-Man mask. The thing I don't understand, I should have mentioned this when I was unboxing the well, I did mention it, but I just don't see why they didn't give out the fisted hands and the web crawling hands. It doesn't make any sense. If you didn't get the 3-pack of the 3 Spider-Mans, then you're out of luck of not having both fisted hands and both web crawling hands. It's too bad you didn't get it. That's pretty much Hasbro telling you, too bad. And in the back, it's the same art. It's not saying this is a Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 2 figure. It's a Spider-Man No Way Home figure. Of course, this in the back, it says, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Our friendly neighborhood hero swings in to help his fellow Spideys in his iconic suit. Of course, the iconic Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit of Tobey Maguire. Yeah, I can't wait to unbox this. I mean, I already have this figure of the 3-pack, but the only new thing about it is the head sculpt, which I'm really excited to have. It's incredible how you pay $24.99 plus tax for just a head sculpt. Can you believe that? Take that in, guys. $24.99 for just a little plastic head. That's incredible. Alright, let's unbox this and see how it looks like out of its packaging, guys. Okay, so this is the last Spider-Man figure, part of the Spider-Man No Way Home. And I saved the best for last, like I said. And this is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, well, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man Marvel Legend figure. And what I gotta say about this figure, it looks It looks awesome. I mean, it's the same body mold from the 3-pack, and I'm always going to mention that, but this figure with the head sculpt looks great. I know I mentioned that it doesn't look like Tobey now, but it does look like Tobey back in 2002. It looks like a younger version of Tobey Maguire, especially if you look at him like this, or like in this kind of pose. The articulation on this is the same as the 3-pack I've mentioned. I don't see there was any differences compared to that one, but so I'm just going to go into details on the articulation. So it does have that hip articulation that I've mentioned before on the 2 Spider-Man figures. You can just pull it down and push it up if you want to make it do the splits. This one can't really do the splits that far compared to the Tom Holland figure, the Final Swing Spider-Man, but it's still good. And it doesn't have the calf rotation, calf swivel, kind of like the Andrew Garfield one. Well, I don't think either one of them do have the calf swivel, but it's fine. But it does have ankle pivot, and then it does have the double jointed elbows. Okay, so I want to mention that the ab crunch does go that far down and all the way back like that. Wow, it's pretty far for a back. And his head does go down that much right there, and that back far from that back. And the specific details on this figure I want to mention is it does look like his body in No Way Home. I mean, it's not your physical fit Spider-Man, but he sort of has like kind of like a dad bod, but not like a belly or anything. I mean, he's still in shape, but it's not compared to like Spider-Man 2002 body. Tobey's body is not the same. I mean, he's a pretty old guy now, but compared to him back when he was in his early 30s, or is it his late 20s or early 30s? I don't know, but yeah, this is accurate on how he's supposed to look like now. Accessories that it comes with this figure, it comes with 2 web shooting hands. See right there. And just 1 web crawling hand and 1 fisted hand. And I've mentioned this before, if you didn't get the 3-pack, I'm sorry, because that one came with 2 fisted hands and 2 web crawling hands. And it does come with this Spider-Man head sculpt. And I'm going to put it on right now to see how it looks like with it. Okay, so that's how it looks like with his head sculpt, with the Spider-Man mask. And then I'm going to bring out the 3-pack version, which is similar as this one. I don't think there's any difference with it. If you guys know any difference that I don't know, please comment down below. But to me, it still looks the same. I don't know if it's the web patterns that's different or the logo. See, I'm just trying to look at it clearly, and it still looks the same. And also, compared to the 3-pack, the eyes on this one is a little indented. I believe there was a lot of reviewers that mentioned this when it came to the early release for these 3-packs. It had to do with the left eye, and mine is kind of indented a little bit. You can see the web pattern on the indentation on the eyes, but this one, it doesn't have that, which is pretty cool. Okay, comparison time. So let's try to go back in 2002, okay? Back when Toy Biz was still around. And the first comparison I'm about to pull out right here is the Battle Damage Spider-Man from the first movie. As you can see right here, you could see the head sculpt of Peter Parker right there outside of his suit. And this figure, I think this was my little brother's figure. We both got like our own Spider-Man figure back then. I think our parents told us you can only pick one, and I think he picked this one. I don't know why, but he got this one, and I think it came with a set, sort of, like a little tiny miniature set where it looked like kind of like broken glass. It was in that final scene when he fights Green Goblin, but this is pretty cool. It's really detailed for a battle damage Spider-Man, and look at that. You can see all the little tiny details of his suit ripping, even in the back area right there. Like I said, this is an old Toy Biz figure, and with this figure you can't remove the hands or anything, but you could put his hand in a web hand. Okay, next this is my figure. I got this back in 2002. My parents got me this one. And to be honest, I pulled this out of the storage because it was a little worn out, but I did a little bit of modification on it and revamped it. So this logo used to be a little bit grayish, but I turned it, more black, if you could see right there. And so was the eyes. The eyes were kind of fading a little bit, so I did a little touch up on the black areas of his eyes. Yeah, this figure still holds up till this day. This is still my favorite Spider-Man figure. And I remember this came with the gargoyle statue where you could pull him down, sort of like a rope with the web. And I love those old Toy Biz figures. This was like I said, it was one of my favorites. And I wish I still kept that gargoyle statue, but I don't have it I don't have it now, which kind of sucks. But that's how it looks like compared to this one, 2002 to 2023. Of course, I did mention I compared it to the 3-pack. Now I'm going to compare it to the SH Figure Arts. So this figure right here, I love this figure a lot. And I have an equal love to this one too. But this one I love more because of the articulation and the head sculpts it came with. And a bunch of other, hands that you could add to him. And, web effects, of course. But with these SH Figure Arts, they're supposed to be high-end, detailed figures that are well articulated. And I'm going to show a little comparison when it comes with the face sculpted of Tobey Maguire, okay? Okay, so I took off the mask, and look at that, guys. The face on this looks sort of similar, but you could see the differences in comparison of how Tobey's face changed over the years. So, like I said, this one looks like more of a younger version of him, and this one looks more of an aged-looking Tobey Maguire. I don't know if you can see the lighting of his face. I know it looks kind of dark right now, but he does have some wrinkles to his face, and his hair is a lot shorter, and it doesn't look like a comb over or anything like that. And like how I mentioned about his body proportion and how he's not really physical fit for his age, but I mean he's fit. I'm not saying he's fat or anything, but I'm just saying he doesn't look how he looks like back in 2002. How he looks like with his mask off, with the SH Figure Arts to the Marvel Legends. And I would give this rating to this figure of 10 out of 10 Tobey Maguire faces. Also, I want to do a little comparison on the mask. You can see there's some similarities. I do like the SH Figure Art version because it does look like his mask more than it does in the Marvel Legend figure. Okay guys, so the last figure review that I'm going to be doing is, I saved the best for last. It's the Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, of course, from the Spider-Man No Way Home line, which is like a box. This thing is like the biggest one out of all the figures in this line of the No Way Home line. And it comes with the glider, the helmet, a pumpkin bomb, and a hood. And it has a head sculpt of Willem Dafoe right there. And I wanted to unbox this one, the last one, because you know, it's massive. I mean, it's not that massive, but it's pretty big. And for a deluxe size, it's not that bad actually. But the price is a little too extreme, in my opinion. But I do love this figure a lot. And Green Goblin is actually one of my favorite villains in Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery. So, and for the fact that, you know, Willem Dafoe came back to reprise his role as Green Goblin in No Way Home was incredible. And we have the box art right here of Green Goblin right there, figure, and the figure itself right there. But yeah, there's no description of the character on this, which is kind of weird, but it's fine. Let's unbox this and see how it looks like without its packaging. Okay, so I unboxed this final massive deluxe figure of part of the Hasbro Pulse, not Hasbro Pulse, but part of the deluxe Marvel Legends Green Goblin, the Willem Dafoe movie version of him. And this figure is truly amazing, and I can't really say much about it. It's just, I'm just gonna rate it right now. This is 10 out of 10. No, not 10 out of 10. This is 20 out of 20 Green Goblins. And I gotta say that the articulation on this is incredible. Right now it's kind of stiff for me to get this moving. I don't want to break it or anything. I gotta heat this up so it could start moving a little bit, but it does have double jointed knees. For some reason the right side is a little locked in there. It does have ankle pivot right there. The ab crunch does go that far right there, and it goes that back right there. It looks like he's kind of pregnant right there. He does have double jointed elbows and bicep swivel. And his head does move back that far and forward that down. I mean, the details on this is so good. I don't really know where to start, but you could see like some of the add-ons that he puts on when he comes back and when he fights in the Statue of Liberty. And one of the things that he adds is his blades that pops out right here on his wrist, and he tries, you know, he stabs Tobey with this, which got me all scared when I first saw that in the theaters. I was like, no, not Tobey. That's actually that's one of the upgrades he added on his suit. And he added that purple sweater looking thing on top of his armor, which turns into a hood. And I'll show you guys how it looks like with the hood on. And there you go. That's how he looks like with the hood on. With this head. Looks pretty menacing. He also comes with these goggles. I don't know if you can see it right there, but you could add these on top of his face and he'll wear them. I don't know if I put them in the right way. I think I put them upside down. There you go. With the goggles, he looks like this. You know what? I think I did put that upside down. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's upside down. I don't know why I keep thinking that way. But it also does come with his goblin head. I mean his helmet. And it's kind of hard to get it in there because you want to click it in there, but it doesn't, you don't hear the click. But that's how he looks like with his iconic helmet. I love that helmet so much. I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't look Power Ranger or anything like that. It looks amazing. I love his head, his helmet. If they do make a mask out of this, please, Hasbro, please make a mask out of this. But yeah, that's how he looks like with the mask on. It does come with this small pumpkin bomb. I don't know if you can see that right there. And it does grip pretty well when you just put it on his right hand. You want to make sure you don't want to lose that. And see, it clips on really well. He doesn't drop it. It's in there. See? It's pretty cool. Like he's holding the pumpkin bomb. Okay, so let's get to the glider. So specifically the articulation on this glider, it flaps up and down like this. It doesn't go all the way, like bending all the way this way. This is the furthest it could go. And the details on this are really specific, and it does have those I don't even know what you call these, but these are the blades that almost stabs Tobey in the first movie when he says "Godspeed, Spider-Man," and it goes like whoo. This is pretty awesome. I know it doesn't look much on the bottom of it, and what sucks about this, it doesn't have any effects, like shooting effects. It would be cool if they added some like shooting effects. And I remember back in the day, this old figure of the Green Goblin that I got, you could put the pumpkin bombs inside of these, inside the glider, and you could pop it off and give it to him. But this one, I don't know why they didn't add that on this, which is kind of unfortunate. They could have done something with that. But anyways, I wanted to talk about these. These are where you're supposed to put them in, and you're supposed to place it right here so it specifies which side it is on. So there's an R on this. I don't know if you see that, for the right side. So you put it on the right side right there, and it should smoothly get on there. And this is for the left side, because there's an L on that. Put it right there. There you go. And then you could just place him on this. And then he also comes with the glide effect right there. Well, flight effect. So that's where you're gonna put the glider on top. But you want to put him on top of the glider. So let's put him on top of the glider. Okay, so I was able to place him on the glider and then put it on the flight stand. But the thing about this, what kind of sucks is sometimes it will pop off his feet when you don't put him in a position that he's supposed to be. And it kind of not ruins, but it makes it kind of awkward because of the ankle pivot. See, this is why it would have been better if it would have had like calf rotation instead of the thigh, you know? And the mobility of putting him in a position would kind of affect the way he's on top of the glider. And it's pretty unfortunate because he comes off real easily when you try putting him in there, which I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get him in there easily, but this is how it looks like when he's on top of the glider. And it looks pretty awesome. I like it. It looks awesome. But that's only the downside of this figure, but I still give it 20 out of 20. Okay, so I just want to do a little comparison. I have a few Green Goblin figures here. I don't have the comic book vintage wave of the Green Goblin, but I do have the VHS cassette one. I haven't unboxed that one yet, but I do have it. But I do have this one here. This was part of the Sandman Build-A-Figure wave, and this has to be like my favorite Green Goblin comic book version because he looks more scary and villainous and menacing, and it kind of reminds me of this one a little bit because the way he acts and the way he is. Pretty awesome though, and they're both holding a pumpkin bomb, which is pretty cool. And then next I have this it's like a 4-inch figure, but this was part of my this was like a small figure that I purchased back when they were doing Spider-Man 3 figures, and this was the Green Goblin version of the smaller Toy Biz version of the 6-inch. But I didn't really lose the glider, it broke. And it sucks because now I just have this little small tiny figure of Green Goblin, which is the same suit that he's wearing right here, but it's not as well detailed as this one. And to compare it with the mask, that's how it looks like. I wanted to do a little head swap on the Charles Xavier body and take his head off and put the Norman Osborn head sculpt inside. So let's see how that looks. Man, that's a little too tight, but come on. And there you go. That looks pretty good, actually, for a Norman Osborn body sculpt. I mean, he looks pretty short, but hey, that body and that green suit fits well on him. And for some reason, this figure doesn't want to stand. Don't know why. But that's how he looks like with the Charles Xavier body. It looks pretty good, I gotta admit. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys the rogues gallery of Spider-Man's villains over the MCU. I know we haven't gotten the Dr. Octopus Marvel Legend figure yet. I'm still waiting for the release date on that one. I know some people already got it, but unfortunately I don't have it. But yeah, I only have the 4 right here. Of course, we have Vulture from Homecoming, Mysterio from Far From Home, and you could just say Sandman and Green Goblin from No Way Home, but also from Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 1. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have these 4, and then as soon as Dr. Octopus is released, I'll have all 5 of them. Okay guys, that was pretty much the review and unboxing. I know this is going to be another long video that I'm going to be putting together, but just bear with me. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a Christmas episode, so Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Holidays to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hit that like and subscribe button. Catch more of my unboxing videos that I do. I did one for Star Wars Black Series for the vintage wave of the Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. I also did unboxing for the Spider-Man No Way Home pop figures. You guys should check that out since you guys are watching this video. And I also did a whole long video, probably like an hour video of an unboxing with the Spider-Man 2 PS5 Collector's Edition with some random Marvel Legend figures that I pretty much put all together just so I could show you guys the unboxing. But yeah, there's going to be more unboxing videos I'm going to be doing, more Star Wars stuff, more Marvel stuff. Yeah, check out all my old videos that I've done and comment on my videos. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me anything. I'm always open for any comments you guys put out there. Just make it positive and nothing negative, please. But I hope you guys have a great night, great morning, or any day where you're from. And I'll catch you guys soon, okay? Peace.